Hi everyone, welcome back to the Rugby League History channel. Hope you're all well on this Wednesday afternoon. I'm coming to you live from England, the land of lockdowns. When are they going to end? Who knows? It seems like we're in a permanent lockdown. The rest of the world's getting back to normal, but here we are, down the cellar while everyone's living it up. But that's not why you called. Tonight, I'm coming at you with another off-field rivalry video. I've done a few others, go check them out. There's a playlist made for those, but tonight, it's between two pretty well-known off-field social media personalities in the world of Rugby League. It's Nick from Astralia against Clarkeys NRL Column. Of course, if you follow my channel, you would probably be subscribed to Nick from Astralia. He doesn't really need much of an introduction. For Clarkeys NRL Column, his page has gone through a few transformations over the years. It used to be a gossip column, then it was Clarkey's Column, then it was Clarkeys NRL Column. He has over 100,000 followers on Facebook. He has over 60,000 followers on Instagram. He's a bit of you could see, a D-list celebrity. He gets on Bloke in the Bar with Den and Kemp and a couple of other people, so he is pretty well known. But they're the two people I'm going to be talking about tonight. So Clarkeys NRL Column and Nick from Astralia had never gotten along. And this started about a year or so ago. Clarkey posted on his Facebook page a column saying 10 halves who need to step up in 2020, and he named Michael Morgan, one of the North Queensland players there. Naturally, Nick from Australia, being a North Queensland fan, went on there, defended Michael Morgan, said, look, he's been injured, he's been playing in a struggling side, and you haven't even named Ash Taylor a hypocrite. You go for the Gold Coast, and Ash Taylor hasn't been performing for years, so what's the crack with that like? And Clarkey come back, called him a hater, called him salty, said some other things, laughed in his face. So from that point forward, Nick from Astralia went, you know what, fuck you Clarkey, you fucking arsehole. Then a couple of months back, Clarkey posted another post where he said, I think that Ash Taylor is a better player than Kieran Foran and has been for quite a while. And then Nick from Australia posted, Foran is better than Taylor, you clown. So then Clarkeys NRL Column posted back, why does that make me a clown? Because I have a different opinion. You wouldn't talk like that to someone in person, so don't do it on the internet. No one is impressed or thinks you're tough. And then they went back and forth between each other. A couple of Clarkey's sort of loyal followers went on there and defended Clarkey, had a go at Nick from Australia. But then it appeared like things were a bit sore there. And then Nick from Australia was casually looking through Instagram. Next moment, a story pops up on Clarkeys NRL Column, and what he did was he took a screenshot of Nick from Australia's comment on Facebook. He didn't blur out his face, didn't blur out his name, and he typed, if there's one thing we can learn from the top 20s this week, don't be like Nick from Australia. And then he had a laughing emoji. So he's pretty much ridiculed Nick from Australia in front of potentially tens of thousands of people, because lots of people watch Clarkey's NRL Column and follow him on Facebook and Instagram. They would have seen that. So naturally Nick from Australia was fucking fuming. He went wild like, and he basically went on Instagram Live. He called Clarkey out. He said, look, I'm going to give you 24 hours to make an apology, otherwise I'm going to fucking make a video about you, you fucking cunt. There was no response from Clarkey or any of his team. So then Nick from Australia said, fucking right, I'm going to be doing a video very, very shortly. I'm going to be going all out on you, Clarkey. I fucking had enough of you. I'm fucking sick to the back teeth of you. And then Clarkey, out of nowhere, messaged Nick from Australia and said, look, it was sorry for what I did. It was immature of what I did and what I said. It won't happen again. I'm sorry, mate. Let's just forget about it and move on. So Nick from Australia went, right, okay then, let's move on. And then just the other week, Nick from Australia was alerted to a post. Apparently there was a lad by the name of Tony Williams, not the T-Rex, not the player, but just someone called Tony Williams. And he says, Clarkey, it's 3:30 on Thursday. I need your tips. I follow you, mate. I'm a big fan, but I haven't heard from you. So Nick from Australia went, well, this is my opportunity to sort of promote my page. So he responded to Tony Williams and says, here, I've got the tips right here, my tips. I got 8 from 8 last week. You should go check out my page and my tips if Clarkey's not going to give you the tips. So Tony Williams comes back and says, oh, that sound is powered. I watched your video. I liked it really, really much. And then Clarkey responds, a bit of shameless self-promotion there, mate. And then Nick from Australia messaged Clarkey and said, look, okay, if you don't want me to post on your page, you don't have to be a dick about it in public. You don't have to be a wanker about it. And Nick from Australia was fuming about that incident, and he kind of went, how come Paddy G, NRL Vid 090, Rugby League History, and a few other people can post promotional stuff on Clarkey's page, but I can't, and I get called out on it? You know what? Fuck this. I'm going to make a video. I'm fucking sick to the back teeth of this, like. So, Nick from Australia, as he does every week, did a corner post. And with this corner post, he, towards the back end of the video, said, it went on, this rant went for about 10 minutes. He pretty much called Clarkey every name under the sun. He called him a cunt, a dead shit, a fuckwit, a fucking dickhead. He said that he was trying to be a wannabe hero. He absolutely gave it to Clarkey. And it went for about 10 minutes, the rant. Nick from Australia was absolutely fuming. Now, Clarkey hasn't seen the video yet. There's been no response from his camp. But I'm pretty sure that if Clarkey does see the video, or if he's notified of it, that he will no doubt respond. Because if someone's going to have a go at you like that, you're going to have to respond. You just can't let that lie, like. So, at the moment, that's where the rivalry stands at the moment. Nick from Australia isn't a fan of Clarkey. Clarkey isn't a fan from Nick from Australia. Where does this rivalry go in the future? We don't know. But that concludes that part of the video. Now, this is where I talk about myself and Clarkey. So yesterday, I'm just minding my own business at work, and then I get a message from someone that I know. And they said, there's a story that Clarkey's posted on his Instagram story, and it looks a lot like your handwriting because you're very formal and your punctuation's right up the top there, and you're very well spoken and all that. So I had a look at it and I went, aye, that's my comment. Because on that corner post, I posted my own thoughts on the actual video, and I posted my thoughts about Clarkey. So it goes as follows. Clarkey is nothing but a copy and paste merchant. He copies stories off Fox League and Daily Telegraph and then posts them onto his page and puts a little bit of a twist on it. It astounds me that he has over 100,000 likes on Facebook, and something that all of us could do. There is a lot of unsavoury stuff he has done in the past and said as well. I was close to exposing him on a video a couple of months back. And then underneath that, Clarkey's put in black writing, winners focus on winning. Losers focus on winners. They're focusing on me for a reason. Really? Really, Clarkey? Fucking how are you, man? Really? Winners focus on winning. Losers focus on winners. It was a video done about you. A 10-minute expletive rant done about you towards the back end of the video. I commented, I put me 2 pence in. I said what I thought about the situation. Just because I comment on a video and I give me my own opinion and free speech and all that, it doesn't make me a loser. The reason why, and you go on and you say, they're focusing on me for a reason. Well, the video's been made about you, so of course the comment's going to be about you. Just because someone comments about you doesn't make them a loser. Then on the next part of the story he goes, number 1, I openly admit the majority of my stories are not mine. Well, I didn't know, I mean everyone fucking knows that, like. I work full-time in project management and this page is my escape, a way of helping other people through charity. Okie doke, fair enough, I'm sound with that. Number 2, you're spot on. Anyone can do what I do. Yes, we all know that. This is hard work. I wouldn't really see it's hard work. I mean, the Rugby League history page on Facebook, it only takes me about half an hour to research and do the post. But the fact is, I've worked my ass off for the last 5 years whilst working a full-time job and saving my country in the Australian Defence Force. And for the majority of that time I've been doing this page. Well, I have a full-time job as well, like. And the thing with me, I live in a different country, different time zone. I got no support. I got no sort of family support. I don't know the people that you know. I don't have the money behind me. So, I mean, anyone can do what you're doing. It's not special. And, I mean, look at me. I've got over 800 followers. All I've got is an old iPhone, a whiskey bottle as a stand, and an old fucking notepad. So it's not hard. And then he goes, expose me, I'm open and honest, so good luck. Well, I mean, Clarkey's done some unsavoury things in the past. On Reddit, he called people that disagree with him salty bitches. When there was a thing about the national anthem and to do with the Indigenous players, he said, this isn't the National Indigenous League, this is the National Rugby League. He got into a lot of trouble over that. He's been in trouble with players, he's got a lot of players offside. He's been caught stealing stories in the past, and he's been blocked by a few people in the media like Phil Rothfield and all that, so he doesn't exactly have a squeaky clean record. He also used to be a Brisbane, Newcastle and Parramatta fan before he jumped onto the Gold Coast wagon, so there's that kind of a shady past about him as well. One thing about Clarkey though that I've noticed is that if you disagree with Clarkey, he calls you a hater, he calls you salty. He says, winners focus on winners, losers focus on winners. The same as what Josh Maguire said. Winners have parties, losers have team meetings, that type of vibe. And I've dealt with people like Clarkey in the past, all the way growing up, all the way through school, and even with Rugby League YouTubers like BKR. BKR is exactly the same as Clarkey. These type of people, they're in the wrong, they do the wrong thing, and they try to twist that knife, they try to twist that gun around at you, and they try to point it at you, and they try to make you look like the bad guy. Like for instance with BKR, he said to Nick From Astralia, you'll never make it, you're too abrasive, you swear too much, nobody's going to want to collaborate with you, you're too aggressive, you're too biased against certain teams, think about doing something else and go check out someone for mental health because you need it. When Nick From Astralia made it to 1,000 subscribers, I typed out that, you know, BKR says that you would never make it, and here you are, and you made it. So, I mean, I was waiting for his response, and then he comes back and says, oh, you're salty, you're pathetic, how sad can you be that it's your mate's 1,000 subscriber celebration party and you're bringing me into it? Well, you're the one that come out and said this stuff, I've called you out for it. The classy thing to do would to be actually to go on there and go, you know, Rugby League history, you know what, you were right. I said those things. Nick From Australia's proved me wrong. Good on him. Bully for him. That's what it should have done. And the same with Clarkey. Clarkey's this type of lad that he tries to turn things back around on you. So he does all this stuff. He tries to make you look like the bad guy, and he says, I'm a winner, you're a loser. At the end of the day, I mean, what are you exactly winning at? You got more Facebook followers than me, Instagram followers than me. I mean, what is it? Are we going to start comparing, I don't know, penis sizes or something like that? I mean, who cares who has the more followers? Nobody's a winner or a loser here. At the end of the day, we're all Rugby League YouTubers. We're all Rugby League Facebook creators. I think it was pretty shite what he did with Nick From Astralia. Nick From Astralia is trying to promote his page, and he's trying to badmouth it and say, you know, a bit of shameless self-promotion and that. On my Rugby League history page, I have people that occasionally, rarely, they post their link on my page. I just leave it there. I don't be smart about it. I don't say out bad about it. But I mean, that's just my thoughts on it. I'm trying to be as calm as possible. Obviously, if I was in Australia, maybe things would be different. Here in England, there's nothing I can do about it. All I can do is just do this video. I can't exactly confront Clarkey in person. I can't do out else. This is all I can do. So, anyway, that's my Rugby League off-field rivalry video for tonight between Clarkeys NRL Column and Nick from Australia. The second part was me talking about Clarkey and myself. So anyways, that's my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel and haven't yet subscribed yet, please consider doing so. And if you've got some spare time, go and check out my Rugby League history, Facebook and Instagram pages. Anyways, everyone, I'm going to get out of here and I'll catch us all later. Alright, happy bye now.